everyone, today I've come on to do prompt 13 of Junk Journal July UK, which is hosted by the Vintage Button on YouTube, that's Lindsey, and also by Sandra at beehappystationery. So I will link those in my title. Go over and see them, and also there is a Facebook group called Junk Journal Community Chat Room UK, and you'll find us all in there showing our pictures and things of what we have done for the prompts. So today's prompt is negative space. I was a little bit stumped by that one. What is negative space? I'm not sure. Anyway, this is my interpretation of the negative space prompt. So I'm going to make something using, this is what I would call negative space, where I've cut something out and what's left is just a gap. What do you do with that? And I've got a few bits like that. I've got this piece that I'm going to use, and I'm going to put a really bright colour on the back of there and use that as a journaling card, because I think that's lovely. And I did purposely cut this one out with them in line. You know, I've got them as sort of as close as I could. Then I've got this heart one. I've got this one which has butterflies on it. Some of them are a bit wonky because, you know, I wasn't doing it for that. And then I'm going to make a couple of slides, because I think once I cut that out of there, that will be negative space. Yeah, so let's get on. This one I'm going to turn into a journal card as well. And I've chosen colours that will match my HeARTful journal, so that I can use them in there, because that's the one that I'm using to make my Junk Journal July journal with. Bit of a mouthful, yeah. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing with, that's why I'm using that one. And that one you'll find in Be Happy Stationery's Ko-fi shop. All of Be Happy Stationery's shops will be linked in my description box. Pop over, and if you like the HeARTful kit, it is actually on sale at the moment, so yeah, worth going over and having a look. Very much worth going over and having a look. I need to decide which side I want for the front, and I think I'm going to have this one for the front. I think it's more interesting, let's say. And then I need something to go on the back, not this particularly, but something like this, to go on the back like that. And I'm going to glue it down like that, and then I'll have a journaling card, and I'll have my negative space filled in by the backing. So let's find a nice backing. I mean, this is lovely. I don't think it's going to be big enough, but that's really pretty, isn't it? Oh, it is big enough as well. So I could actually use that and then print another one of those off if I want one. That is very pretty, isn't it? I do love all the different colours, and it's subtle. It's not right in your face, is it? So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to glue that down onto this. Let me get my glue sheet. So I will ink it on both sides, because the back, although it's patterned, I am just going to pop a bit of ink on there as well. So I think that's really pretty. Oh, I really love that. It's just come out perfect, that has. And then this is going to go into my HeARTful journal. We'll put that in the end. I'll show you how I'd use it at the end. But yes, so that is my little journal card. And if I wanted to, I could even put a little picture or something on there. Could decorate it a bit more. I could put a word at the bottom, but for now I just wanted to show you how I would use that negative space, and that was in a nice row, wasn't it? So that's how I've done that. That's one. And then next I have this card left over from cutting out these bees on a piece of paper. The back is the right colour to be a journal card, and I was going to glue some of the, like this, rather than have it like that covering up the edge. I was going to have it like that and just be hanging over the edge, but I need a bit that's the same length as my card, so I could use that, or I mean I could cut a strip out and just stick the strip onto there, couldn't I? Let's try that and see what it looks like. So I need to be about there, don't I, so I don't miss out those ones. Oh, look at that pink, I like the pink. But green is more the colour of the HeARTful kit. So yeah, that would fit on there like that, wouldn't it? That probably would look better glued on there like that, just to make that journaling card a little bit more interesting, and you can still see the bees through it. I quite like that. Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do with that. I was gonna do it like this. That's one way you could do it, and you could actually do that on the edge of a page, couldn't you? If you wanted to edge your page in your journal, you could do it like that. You could do a bit that's that long, glue it onto your page, and if you've got it hanging off a bit like that, you can add a dangle onto it, can't you? You can put a dangle on it if you've got it hanging off the edge, even just a little bit. Yeah? But no, I'm going to glue that onto there like that, just to make that journaling card more interesting, and not just a piece of paper cut out from a 6x6 pad, was it? Something like that. From a paper pad, we'll say. I love that pink. I'd have had the pink, but no, the green goes more with my journal that I'm doing at the moment, the HeARTful one for the Junk Journal UK, Junk Journal July UK. So that's another one, and again, you could put a word on here, you could put another little embellishment on there, maybe a mushroom, maybe a little stalk of berries. You get the idea. I'm just showing you how I'm doing the basic journaling cards, and that's how I would do it. So that one has had the picture put behind it like that, whereas this one I've cut it out and laid it actually onto the journal card. Yeah, so that's two different kinds. Let's do the corners. Got to do the corners, haven't I? Well, I mean, I haven't got to, but I do like to do the corners. So that's the two journaling cards, and then I've got, this is just a little card. Look, you could just, as that is on its own, you could use that as a little journaling card, and you could make yourself a little dangle to go onto it. Yeah, this isn't quite negative space. It's some that it's a little bit of paper that I'd trimmed off a page. So I would use that and I would clip it onto there like that. And I'd use more than that, obviously, but I'm just showing you so you've got an idea. And that makes a nice little journaling card, doesn't it? And it's got a little, I mean, you put your own dangles on there. I've just put that little bit on there just to show you how it can be done. And then you can write on the back. You don't have to do anything at all to it. Another thing you could do is to put some coloured tissue paper behind it. You know, maybe some black and white lined paper. But that's just another idea of that. And then for these are, I'll just move that to the side a minute. These are specimen slides, and if I cut out this middle part, they're going to be, it's going to be a negative space, isn't it? It's going to be an empty space there. That's my interpretation of the negative space. I'm sure you'll see different interpretations. So I have cut out the white space on those two specimen cards or pockets, whatever you want to use them for. And the next thing I'm going to do is put a piece of acetate, which is the plastic you get on plastic packaging. I'm going to put that on the back. There we are. So I've now filled what I'm calling negative space with the acetate, and then the next thing I'm going to do is to now glue my the subject of my, what I'm calling a specimen slide. So the subject of my specimen slide, I'm going to glue that onto the front now. It could be a sticker, it could be anything at all really, anything at all. But I'm going with a nature theme because I'm, you know, that'll match my journal that I'm doing at the minute for the Junk Journal July. So I've got this that I want to put on one. I think I'm going to put it on the paler one. Oh yeah, so that just fits in there nicely. I think Sandra designed that, didn't you, Sandra, to do that? So a little bit of glue on the back there, not too much because you don't want it all squishing out and ruining the acetate part, so just be a bit sparing with it on the back of here. And this is part of the HeARTful kit that, as I say, I got from beehappystationery. I'm part of her design team, so I get the kit every month and can do my design with it. So this month I'm doing the HeARTful kit for the Junk Journal July. So that's one, and you can also put stickers on there. You can make a little hole in the corner and put a brad in it. Yeah, you know, you can finish decorating it. I'm just showing you how to fill the negative space part of it. So that's that one, and then the other one, I thought I'd put a butterfly on the other one. So I did get a couple of butterflies out. I really like the colour of this one, and I did actually leave this one its whole tail bit on. I didn't cut those off because I was too lazy. Too lazy to fussy cut it out. So I'll pop that one on there. So you could cut a piece of that and glue that onto there. That would make a little nice little decoration. I've got a few little bits of bling. I could put some of them around it. Maybe a couple on the butterfly. Yeah, you get the idea. I could put some labels on it and some numbers, that sort of thing. So now let's see how we would use them in our journal. Let's get the journal out and find somewhere for them to live. So you could I could pop that on there, glue down the three sides and use it as a pocket. I think I'd actually use the lighter one because it would show up better, I think. Yeah, so I'm going to actually do that, and I'm going to glue just down the both sides and across the bottom because I don't want it glued down so I can't fit anything in it. So we'll do that and pop it on there like that, and then we'll see if one of my cards will fit in it. I think that one will fit in it. Yep, and you can see you've added some colour behind that now as well, and it's got the little dangle. I don't think the others will fit, I think they're too wide. Yeah, I think the other ones are too wide, so we'll stick with that one in there. Cute, I really like that. And then we'll need to find a space nearer the back for the other one. Oh, here's a good page for the other one. We'll do the same with that. I'm going to use it as a pocket. So I don't think, I was a bit more careful with the glue that time, but it's not going to fit in there, is it? What about this one? It might fit. Not a flipping chance. Let's make this one fit then, because this can be a journal card on its own. The negative space on the edge of it is pretty. It matches the specimen card because it's butterflies, and I can just trim it down the side, and I can give it some rounded edges, give it a little bit of an inking. This is the tea dye. I'm sure it's the tea dye one. I've ruined the top of the thing, you can't see it. So either way that would suit that, wouldn't it? Let's put it that way so you can see that behind there. Yeah, I love it. Don't they look pretty? They look prettier than I expected them to. They really do look lovely, don't they? And then I've got two more journaling cards left. So let's see if I've got anywhere to put any. Have I put any, have I put any belly bands or anything in here yet? No, I don't think I have. Oh, I do have this pocket here, so they would just slot into a pocket like that. Or you could get, like I've done with this one, you could get a paper clip and just clip them on with that. You know, there's plenty of things we can do with them. There's another little pocket there. I could pop one of them onto there so that that paper clip has a job on both sides of the page, couldn't I? And then this one, you know, you could actually use that one as a pocket. That's a thought, isn't it? I never thought about doing that, but you could actually do that. Shall we do that instead? Yeah, you all know what it looked, what a, that's pretty, isn't it? Oh, I really love this card. I think I'm going to put it there. So again, glue around the three sides. Yep, it can be a pocket or a journaling card, and in this case I'm going to have it as a pocket because I appear to have a shortage of them in my journal. There we go. So that is my video on negative space. I hope that you enjoyed that and got some inspiration from it. Let's put a little card in the pocket. I'll just pop that in there for now. Yes, and do pop over to Sandra's channel and to Lindsey's channel, which will be linked in the title of the video. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.